I know, trying to get this effect of letterpress can give many a lot stress. But today you will learn it and be yourself impressed. Alright, welcome guys, and today I'm going to practice and create the opposite of embossed effect and make the text look pressed. Let me just write the word pressed and increase the size like so. Now I'm going to give this a nice ocean color, and then I'm going to draw a rectangle as the background and give it a lighter tone of ocean color and push it down by pressing Ctrl plus left bracket. Unlock it by pressing Ctrl 2, as you can see here in the layers panel. Done. One less thing to worry. So what is this concept of light and shadow to make something look pressed? Well, I will take the brush tool and explain it by drawing the light source. And if the light is falling from above on this area, here where I'm pointing, let me just change the color to black. Good. So if the letter is pressed, the surface along the area on the top and the left would cast a shadow in the region onto the letter. So this area would look darker as if the shadow is falling onto it. So you may already guess that we will add black color here for that. And in the same way, where the surface is raised, from the letter the light would fall directly and make that area lit up, just as I'm showing here. So this area over here would get lit up. So if the light is falling from here, so this area would be darker due to the shadow, but here on the inside of the letter wall, it would look brighter and lit up. The other side would again be the shadow area, and the farther end would be brighter. So in principle, it is almost the opposite of what we learned in the last video, where we practiced how to make a letter look raised or embossed. So let me just delete these lines and reset everything. Okay, so we understand the concept. Now let us just make it happen. So let's just begin and get right into it and on how to do this next bit. Today I'll not copy the text on different layers, but instead we'll go to the appearance panel and add multiple fill colors to achieve the effect. Let's just do it. But before we do that, we need to go here on the left in the default color dock and set the fill to none. Just make sure that the text remains selected. Now we'll go to the appearance panel and add the fill from below here and give it the ocean blue color. What is amazing is that if I press the fill again, we can add one more color and go on doing it as many times we want. The one thing to keep in mind though is that what is the order of colors here in these layers in appearance panel, just the way we have added the color here below the blue color. I'll give it the black color and we will transform this black text now. So for that we will go into the FX and then distort and transform and then choose transform again. Now since we want shadow on the upper and the left side, so we'll move it by -5 pixels on both the vertical and the horizontal. But after that, instead of adding the Gaussian blur, we'll actually go back in FX and in stylize choose inner glow, since we want the blur effect on the inside. And we'll choose black color and not white and give it a 20 pixel value for now. Then I'll choose the blue color, which is on the top, and to this layer I would give Gaussian blur to it and not the inner glow. The simple reason behind this is that the dark shadow that would be cast should look diffused along the surface and not super crisp. So let us just go on and add the blur, and we can try different values and eyeball for ourselves on what looks appropriate. For now I think this 7 pixel value is doing fine. And now I need to add the white color, and this we will simply keep here on the lowest layer by pushing it down here, and obviously we need to change the color simply to white. And you may have guessed it by now that we need to move this color text, so let's just go to the transform menu from the distort and transform options, and since we need it in the opposite direction to that of the black, I'll move it towards positive value in both the horizontal and the vertical direction. I have kept the value at 7 pixels and not 5 pixels that I chose earlier, just to see how it turns out and what we may be able to learn from it. And just like that, as we did with black color, we will give it an inner glow. We'll give it a white inner glow and not black, of course, and give it the desired value. And once we do it, let's close the window and zoom out a bit. And as we can see it practically, that it's almost done. As we can see, on one side it is dark and it's casting the shadow, and while on the other it's lit up since light is falling directly on it. Well, I think we're getting really close now. The one last thing that I want to try now is how it looks if we match the background color with the text color. It looks fine, but if we zoom it a bit, we can notice that the edges are too much far apart, which kind of stops it from looking more natural. So to fix this, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to reduce the gap of the white and the black colors by lowering the value we entered in the transform. So I'll just go back to the appearance panel, as you can already see, and in it I'll first select the black color transform and make its value to -3 pixels in both the cases, in the horizontal and the vertical, as you can see, and let's just press OK. Now let's do the same with transform on the white color. Let's select it and make both the horizontal and the vertical values down to 3 pixels. And that, as you may notice, has nicely fixed the problem and it looks a lot better. Finally, let's just change the background color and make it lighter again as it was already, and immediately now the effect looks a lot better and gives us this nice illusion of letterpress that we were looking for. So here we are, once again, learning something new. Thank you all.